Hello everyone, I'm Broffy1322 and welcome to some more subscription box unboxings. We've got another 4 boxes to go through, 2 here, 2 over there. Remember, if you want any of these, the links will be in the description. You can click those, there's codes to get money off and all that kind of stuff as well. But let's just get straight into opening these boxes. And first up, we'll do Loot Crate because that's how we always start. And it's quite a deep box this time, there's quite a bit of depth to this one. So it's a different shape. I'm curious to see what's in. Let's have a look. Okay, this looks like quite a big figure. We've got a Loot Crate exclusive Quantum Mechanics Deadpool figure. So this seems quite interesting. So I have to say this is a pretty impressive figure. It's very, very well made. Quite interesting sculpture, like sculpting on all of it. It's really high quality. Obviously, it's a Loot Crate exclusive as well, so the only way to get this would have been in the Loot Crate box this month. The theme for the February box this month is Dead, so there's going to be Deadpool stuff, obviously, but we'll see what else there is. But yeah, it's a really, really, really nice item, that, and very high quality. I know that Quantum Mechanics have been used for Loot Crate things in the past. They've sort of made a few more Loot Crate exclusive items before, so... yeah, they do seem to make some good stuff, and that's a very good one. T-shirt now. You always get a T-shirt with the Loot Crate boxes. And of course it's a Deadpool T-shirt asking about tacos. It was, yeah, Deadpool is the man of the minute at the moment, so that's understandable. We've got the pin. Let's have a look at this. Loot Crate have changed the way that they do the badges, so you've got pins now. February 2016, Dead. That is there. And it seems like with the pin this month, you get a free character in the mobile game Walking Dead Road to Survival. So the pins are starting to give you little extra features now, which is good. It's good that they do that rather than just give you a stupid little badge. Now, I don't watch The Walking Dead, but I've heard about this already. And this is Daryl Walker's ear necklace. So, again, as I said, I don't actually watch The Walking Dead, but I've heard about this. And this is, again, a Loot Crate exclusive. It's, again, quite big. It's quite, it feels well made. And if you're, cosplaying using this, it would be quite handy. But yeah, obviously, the theme being Dead, Walking Dead makes sense. This has been an interesting box, this one, because it's been quite big and bulky and some quite high quality stuff in. And then we've got one more thing, and then that's it. So that really does show that it's been high quality stuff. And this is Walking Dead construction set, big head construction set. So you basically, I believe, create one of these characters from The Walking Dead. And there's lots of different options that you can have on the back there, but I think all 3 of those on the front are in this one. Yeah, it contains 1 of 3. So you get 1 of 3 of these characters to construct. So, okay, not too bad. That isn't an exclusive. Oh yeah, that is an exclusive. That is a Loot Crate exclusive as well. So, wow, a small number of items this time. With the T-shirt, that's only 3 items plus the pin in a big box. And I think that goes to show the quality of the items that are actually in there. A very small number of items. Again, these boxes, they go one of 2 ways. You can either have a lot of items that aren't very special, or a very small number of items that are really high quality, which these appear to be, especially the Deadpool figure. That's really impressive. But obviously, if the risk that takes is that if you're not interested in the stuff that those small items are on, then the box hasn't really been worth it for you. But yeah, it's good that variety exists, and you get different types of boxes as you go through, and sometimes you'll get a box with a load of stuff in, sometimes you get a box with a small amount of high quality stuff in. So that's just the general variation of these boxes. So next up is 1-Up box. Now, one-up box is the smallest of the boxes, and it normally is. But I just want to point out that at the very start of doing this series and doing these unboxings, I mentioned that one-up box and Geek Fuel, which is over there, which I'll be opening shortly, they came a lot later than the other boxes. So I was always forever waiting for the one-up box and the Geek Fuel box to arrive. Now, these actually came before the Loot Crate box. The Loot Crate box was the last one to arrive, and it's why this video is up so much earlier in the month than usual. They've really got sorted on the amount of time it takes to get these boxes out, so that's good. All the boxes in general arrive at the very similar times, so you don't really need to worry about that anymore. February's theme for one-up box is transform, so we'll see what we've got in here. Wow, the first thing that sort of strikes me straight away is this little guy. A big plush Kirby. He looks cool. He looks cute. Just get that focus on. There you go. I mean, he's got sort of beanbag feet, and he's plush on there and very soft, very fluffy. He's really soft. He's cute, a cute little plush collectible there of Kirby. It looks like there are different. It seems to be a collection of different things. Kirby is number one. I guess you can get other things as well, so that's interesting. But yeah, straight off the bat, he's cute, very cute indeed. Right, we've got a t-shirt. Let's see what the t-shirt's all about. So I'm not 100% sure of the reference to this. Obviously Mega Man is part of it, but it's the blurb on this t-shirt says the Mega Millionaire shirt. So even though you didn't win the Powerball, you can feel like a mega billionaire in this mashup shirt. So there's obviously some sort of mashup there with something that I don't understand with Mega Man and something else, but never mind. But yeah, it's a cool design. It looks fun. The t-shirts, as I always generally tend to mention, the t-shirts are always pretty good. Next up, we've got Adventure Dog sweatband. Quite a cool little item. He's cute. He is cute. Next up is one-up box exclusive. Finally, we got an exclusive. We don't know. It seems strange, but we don't generally get exclusive from one-up box all that often. But this feels like a decent quality item. Mutant Spider Necklace. So I mean, if necklaces aren't your thing, then this won't be your thing either, I would imagine. But it feels very high quality. Good metal. And interesting design on there. Transform is the theme for this month. Transform. So all of this generally fits in with that. There's the badge. There you go. There's the badge for this month. Transform. Still got a couple of items left in here. There is the one-up box exclusive temporary tattoos of the Hulk and Iron Man. Pretty cool. Instructions on the back of how to do it, of course. Just the same old story. Just rub it on. I'm not going to put those on. But again, another exclusive, so that's good. Exclusives, when the only way that you can get these items is from the box. That's always like an extra point here and there. And finally, we've got some window decals of various power-ups. It's again another one-up box exclusive, so they've definitely done a lot better this month with the exclusives, and there seems to be a few more items in the one-up box this month, and decent items as well. They've been a little bit, for want of a better word, I don't know, not quite as much stuff in as what you would have hoped compared to some of the other boxes, but they've certainly upped their game in the last couple of months, and they've got more stuff in this time. So very good, and obviously the big old Kirby there, he's a lot of fun. Now it's time for Geek Fuel. This is the longest of all the boxes. Not necessarily the deepest, just to compare with ZBOX that we've got later on. It is a little bit longer, but not quite as deep, but very close. But Geek Fuel always pack you with a load of stuff. They don't have a theme every month. It's always just a lot of random geeky goodness, as the tagline goes. So we'll see what's in this. Okay, so wow, there seems to be a lot of stuff in it. Right, Geek Fuel limited edition collectible 3D magnet. So a Geek Fuel branded 3D magnet, which is pretty cool that we've got something that is that is Geek Fuel related. You know, you don't normally see Geek Fuel's logo around things because they don't tend to do as many exclusive items. They just hire in a load of stuff that's quite fun. So yeah, good to see something. You know, if you're a fan of Geek Fuel and you wanna put a fridge magnet on your fridge of their logo, they've got a pretty cute logo as well. You know, with the little robot. So yeah, pretty cool. Right, Deadpool, more Deadpool stuff. See the movie. This item is not a toy for adult use only. Oh, bottle opener. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. That's a cool bottle opener. When it focuses, there you go. So it's basically just Deadpool on the front there, and then sort of the opening. God damn it! I am so done. So after that little mishap, yeah, it's the bottle opener. Obviously, the way you open the bottles is there, and it's quite weighty. It's quite an interesting item. Obviously, boxed very nicely as well. So that's quite a nice item. So next up, every month with Geek Fuel, you get a free game on Steam. This is a $10 value for Elliot Quest, but there's also a candy game as well. I guess there's candies inside this, and it's one of those things where you have to line up the balls on the various sections, which sometimes gets frustrating. But the scores at the end, you know, I always do scores for each of these boxes at the end that will reflect sort of how good the game was as well, and whether it was, you know, worth it. Sometimes, you know, they're just fun little games. They're not sort of major AAA games you're going to get free in one of these boxes or something, but they can kill some time. Right, there's two things here. Right, let's go for this. Let's go for this. Oh man, shiny winter cap. So we've had to wear a Pikachu hat in the very first episode of this, and now we're wearing this. Obviously from Firefly. It's a good quality cap, to be honest. It's a hat, you know. It's quite warm. I guess I've got to do the rest of the video in this now, which is how I always do these things. But I'm glad this wasn't in the first box. But yeah, it's quite warm. I'm already, you know, it's good fit. Yeah, nice hat. If you want to cosplay some Firefly stuff, then it's all good. And I have no idea what this is, but obviously it's Deadpool related with the taco foil wrapping. I'll open this up and see what's actually inside. This is a very interesting way to do this. I mean, I want to try and be careful opening this up. I don't want to just rip it all open. You always get something sort of ingenious like this with Geek Fuel. Something that's like that. Feels like there's always that little bit of extra care and attention with some interesting. Oh, it's the T-shirt. Okay. Oh, that's clever. That is clever. And I'm guessing it's going to be a Deadpool related T-shirt. I love chimichangas. Again, Deadpool related. There you go. Very simple T-shirt, but it works. And the way that it was wrapped up in the taco foil, like as if it was in a taco. That little extra details like that, just really, really cool. What's this? Retro video game magazine. Geek Fuel exclusive. I did mention that you don't get many exclusives from Geek Fuel, but this is a Geek Fuel exclusive variant cover of Retro Video Game Magazine. Quite hefty, you know. It's a proper magazine. You get the full stuff. I guess there's lots of articles about retro video games, which is cool because, yeah, I grew up playing video games, so this will be interesting. This will be an interesting read. Yeah, cool. I like that. Nice item. Nice item, Geek Fuel. I'm impressed. And that's your lot. And finally, we've got ZBOX. It's always the last one we do. Remember that all of the scores for all of the items and all of the box comparisons will be at the end after we've done this. We'll see what's in here. The theme for ZBOX this month is killer. So first up, we've got a Chucky plush. It's interesting that we've had some reasonably sized plushes this month. It's interesting when they make... Oh, wow. He's actually got some Like, there's a little bit of bone structure at the top of his head there as well. It's interesting when they make scary things into sort of soft plush items. But yeah, interesting that we've had 2 reasonably sized plushes this month from 2 different boxes. Let's have a look at the t-shirt. Stovington Egos from The Shining. Cool t-shirt, obviously a replica of what was worn in that movie. Star Wars, Boba Fett mug. Take a break from bounty hunting. Okay, let's have a look. So it's a mug in the shape of Boba Fett's, well, in the artwork of Boba Fett's helmet. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool item. Obviously very useful, and if you're a Star Wars fan, and who isn't, you know, that's a nice item. So next up is a comic book, a Deadpool comic book, a value of $1. So it's nothing majorly special, but yeah, Deadpool #1. I'm not up on my comic books, but you tend to get these sorts of things with the ZBOX, which is pretty cool. Something a little bit more involved. Next is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe graphic novel. It's certainly a little bit thicker than a comic book. So this is a proper book. Parental advisory, not for kids. So there you go. The blurb on this is: what if everything that you thought was funny about Deadpool was actually just disturbing? What if he decided to kill everyone and everything that makes up the Marvel Universe? And what if he actually pulled it off? Would that be fun for you? A Merc with a Mouth takes a turn for the twisted as he puts every Marvel hero in his crosshairs in a horror comic like no other. Sounds interesting. Certainly better value than just the regular comic book that we saw just in the last item. Yeah, pretty cool. A Mars Attacks patch. That's pretty cool. Patches are very hit and miss, I would say. It depends whether you actually use patches and you put them on anything. But that's a fun one. And the final thing is a business card, which will make sense to those of you who've seen American Psycho. Patrick Bateman. It's just a bit of card, really. I don't know really whether you could call that an item, but a little bit of fun. So that about wraps it up for this month. I'll do all of the scores now. I'll give every item a score, and then that will give the entire box a score, and then you'll be able to compare all of the boxes, and we'll see which came out on top. So Loot Crate, obviously with the smaller number of items, with my scoring system, it is somewhat difficult to get a high score, but they've still done a very good job with it because the quality of the items in there is very, very high. And that's normally what you find with these boxes. If you get a small number of items, usually they're very high quality, and they're exclusives as well, and that's what everything is in this box. They're all exclusives, they're all extremely high quality items, and it's just a different way to go, and that's the general variety that you get with these boxes sometimes, and it's good that that exists. So a total score of 37 is actually the lowest score that we'll see, but that's a very, very good score nonetheless, so that shows the quality of all the other boxes, as we'll see. So one-up boxes definitely upped their game, I would say, in the last couple of months from 2016 onwards. The items that they've got in there are certainly a lot better than what they had before. There's a lot more value to them, and stuff you can actually use, I would say. And yeah, just in general, one-up box have improved their stuff. The Kirby especially was a very fun item, and I think this is probably the highest score that one-up box has ever gotten in my scoring, with a total score of 38. That's certainly the highest that it's ever had from what I can remember, based on all of the boxes that I've opened from them so far. So good job to them. Now Geek Fuel, it seemed like there was a smaller number of items than what they normally give us in this box this month, but again, very good items. So it's very similar to Loot Crate in that we got a smaller number of items, but very, very high quality stuff. And although there were more items than Loot Crate, it felt like there was less items than normal, because Geek Fuel normally just give you a load of stuff. But yeah, I was really impressed again with Geek Fuel, as I always am with the stuff that we got in there. And I gave an extra point to the t-shirt for the way that it was wrapped up, because just little things like that, a little bit more extra care and attention, really go a long way. Total score of 41, a very, very good score. Now finally for ZBOX, again, very similar to the other boxes, the give some great items. I would say a little bit of more items than some of the other boxes, but again, some really high quality stuff in there. And just very similar to the other boxes this month, all the boxes, they seem to have just been of a high quality. And normally we get some that are very good, some that aren't necessarily as good. This month, they were all pretty much on par, and any one of the boxes I would have been happy with receiving if I was just getting the one. Ultimately, a total score of 38 puts it equal to 1-up box, but it comes in third place in the standings for being a little bit more expensive than 1-up box. And ultimately, as we can see from the standings, they're all very, very close together. Geek Fuel wins this month, but with only 4 points separating them, those are some very, very good scores from all of the boxes this month. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, all the links are down in the description if you're interested in getting these. And also, I'm doing a giveaway for previous items that were in previous boxes. I'll leave a link to that further down in the description as well. Feel free to check all that out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me unbox all of these. And obviously, we'll be back next month with another 4 boxes and see what's in those. So cheers, guys. I really do appreciate all of your support as always. And I'll see you next time.